Have you ever found yourself in a crowded room, quietly minding your business, only to be abruptly called upon to speak, perform, or defend yourself in front of everyone? In those moments, your pulse quickens and your thoughts might scramble to catch up. While such situations can unsettle anyone, for Sigma males, this scenario represents more than just an uncomfortable social encounter. It becomes a confrontation with their very essence, a personality defined by independence, introspection, and a steadfast refusal to conform to societal expectations. Unlike alpha males who thrive in the spotlight, or beta males who often go along to get along, Sigma males exist as a unique archetype. They walk their own path, thrive on autonomy, and eschew the need for validation from others. Being put on the spot clashes with the Sigma male's fundamental need for control over their interactions and their environment. It disrupts their preferred mode of operation, which is deliberate, calculated, and self-directed. This extended discussion delves deep into the intricacies of why Sigma males dislike being thrust into the limelight unprepared. Each of the 10 reasons not only illuminates their reactions, but also reveals profound insights into their character, values, and worldview. 1. Instant need for control. Control is a cornerstone of the Sigma male's existence. These individuals prioritize autonomy in every aspect of their lives, from the way they work to how they engage socially. When they are suddenly called out in a room, perhaps in a meeting, a classroom, or a casual gathering, it triggers an immediate sense of intrusion. It feels as though their carefully maintained equilibrium is being disrupted without their consent. To a Sigma male, autonomy isn't just about making decisions, it's about timing and choice. They prefer to engage on their own terms, whether it's initiating a conversation or contributing to a discussion. Being forced to respond on cue strips away that choice, creating a scenario where they feel boxed in. This loss of control manifests as internal frustration or quiet irritation, even if it doesn't show outwardly. Often they've been observing the room, analyzing dynamics and processing information in their own way. When someone thrusts them into the spotlight without warning, it disrupts their flow and undermines their sense of personal sovereignty. 2. Need for strategic responses. Sigma males are thinkers. They thrive on crafting responses and actions that are meaningful, precise, and impactful. Unlike those who rely on quick-witted banter or off-the-cuff remarks, Sigmas prefer to take their time to consider all angles before speaking. This preference stems from their deep respect for thoughtful communication and their disdain for shallow exchanges. When put on the spot, the Sigma is denied the opportunity to formulate a well-thought-out response. While they're often capable of thinking on their feet, they know that a rushed reply may lack the depth or clarity they typically aim for. To them, this is not just about protecting their image. It's about ensuring their contributions carry weight and significance. This meticulousness is also why Sigmas are often remembered for their sharp insights and carefully structured arguments. Being forced into spontaneous interactions, however, diminishes their ability to showcase this strength, leaving them feeling compromised. 3. Hyper-alert to social dynamics. A Sigma male's observational skills are unparalleled. They are natural analysts, constantly scanning their environment and assessing the intentions of those around them. In any social situation, they're attuned to subtle cues, a glance, a tone shift, or an unspoken agenda. This hyper-awareness serves as both a shield and a tool, allowing them to navigate social landscapes with precision. When they're put on the spot, however, it disrupts this careful analysis. Instead of continuing their quiet assessment, they're thrust into a reactive position. This sudden shift triggers a cascade of questions in their mind. Why was I chosen? What is the underlying motive? Is this a genuine request, or is there an ulterior agenda at play? Sigmas are acutely aware of manipulative tactics, and being called out unexpectedly can feel like an ambush. Their instinctive reaction is to evaluate the situation thoroughly before responding, which might come across as hesitation, but is, in fact, a calculated defense mechanism. 4. Direct assertion of boundaries. Despite their reserved nature, Sigma males are not afraid to assert themselves when their boundaries are crossed. They are firm believers in self-respect and personal sovereignty, and they're quick to act if they feel blindsided or coerced. If a Sigma senses that a situation is unfair, for instance, being pressured to answer a question or make a decision on the spot, they will not hesitate to push back. This might take the form of a blunt statement like, "I need more time to think about this," or a calm but firm refusal to engage. In some cases, they might even walk away from the situation altogether. To the Sigma, protecting their boundaries is more important than appeasing a crowd or meeting someone else's expectations. This unwavering commitment to self-respect often catches others off guard, as it contrasts sharply with the assumption that quieter individuals are easy to sway. 5. Calm but icy reactions. One of the most defining traits of Sigma males is their ability to remain composed under pressure. When faced with an unexpected spotlight, they often respond with an air of calm detachment. Their expressions remain neutral, their tone measured, and their body language controlled. This outward composure masks the internal processing of emotions like frustration or irritation, which they prefer to handle privately. This demeanor can be both impressive and intimidating to others. It sends a clear message: I am not easily rattled. While some might interpret this as aloofness or even arrogance, it's simply the Sigma's way of maintaining control over themselves and the situation. By refusing to display vulnerability or panic, they project strength and self-assurance, effectively discouraging further attempts to unsettle them. 6. Frustration with forced enthusiasm. Social norms often dictate that when called upon unexpectedly, one should respond with enthusiasm or gratitude. Whether it's delivering a toast, making a spontaneous speech, or participating in an impromptu activity, society expects individuals to rise to the occasion with a smile. For Sigma males, this expectation feels disingenuous and contrived. Sigmas place a high value on authenticity. They refuse to feign excitement or joy simply to conform to social expectations. If they're not genuinely pleased or interested, they won't pretend otherwise. This insistence on authenticity might come across as aloofness or indifference, but to the Sigma, it's a matter of integrity. They would rather appear reserved than betray their true feelings by performing for the sake of appearances. 7. Tendency to dismantle the question itself. Sigmas are intellectual by nature, and their analytical mindset often leads them to question the validity of a situation before engaging with it. When put on the spot, they may choose to deconstruct the question or challenge the premise of the demand rather than offering a direct answer. For example, if asked to explain their stance on a complex issue without prior notice, a Sigma might respond with, "What specifically are you looking to address?" Or, "Can you clarify why this is urgent?" This approach not only buys them time to think, but also shifts the focus back onto the person making the request. By questioning the context or intent behind the demand, Sigmas regain control of the interaction and ensure that their participation is purposeful rather than reactive. 8. Rejecting emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation is a common tactic in social interactions, particularly when someone is put on the spot. Phrases like, "Everyone's waiting for you," or "We're counting on you," are designed to elicit guilt or pressure. However, Sigma males are highly attuned to these psychological ploys and are unlikely to fall for them. Sigmas prioritize genuine connections and authentic interactions. When they sense that someone is using flattery, guilt, or other emotional tactics to coerce them, they respond with calm detachment. They might politely decline or offer a neutral response, refusing to give in to the manipulative strategy. This ability to see through emotional games and maintain their composure reinforces their reputation as independent thinkers who can't be easily swayed. 9. Standing firm, even if it makes others uncomfortable. There is a common misconception that Sigma males are non-confrontational because of their reserved nature. In reality, they are unafraid of standing their ground, even if it creates tension. When faced with public pressure or group expectations, they prioritize their principles over social harmony. For example, if a Sigma is asked to participate in an activity they find pointless or invasive, they'll calmly but firmly decline. This refusal to conform can make others uncomfortable, especially if they're unaccustomed to individuals resisting peer pressure. However, Sigmas view this discomfort as a necessary byproduct of maintaining their autonomy. They would rather endure awkward silence than compromise their values. 10. Intentional delay tactics. When put on the spot, Sigma males often reclaim control of the situation by intentionally slowing down their response. This delay can take many forms: a thoughtful pause, a sip of water, or a moment of silence before speaking. While this might appear like hesitation, it's a deliberate move designed to reset the dynamic of the interaction. In a world that prizes rapid reactions and instant replies, a Sigma's measured pace disrupts the flow, forcing others to adjust to his tempo. This approach not only buys him time to gather his thoughts, but also shifts the power dynamic, signaling that he won't be rushed or dictated to. By the time the Sigma finally responds, his words carry a weight and authority that command attention, reminding everyone that even in an unexpected scenario, he remains in control. On On a final note, Sigma males are a fascinating archetype defined by their independence, introspection, and resistance to conformity. Their aversion to being put on the spot stems from their deeply ingrained values of authenticity, autonomy, and control. While their reactions may sometimes be misunderstood as aloofness or stubbornness, they are in fact reflections of a deliberate and thoughtful approach to life. That's all in this video, soldiers. See you all in the next video.